Hey friends, Sherry here. Today I'm going to share with you how I create a two-page layout at basically two different times. Last week, if you'll remember in my process video, I created the layout on the left and I still had several photos that I wanted to scrap. So since I was out of the papers I used last week, I decided that I would find a complementary paper and build my layout from there. This layout is definitely not going to be any type of wild technique, rocket science type thing, but I just wanted to share with you how at two totally different times with two collections you can pull together a cohesive layout on a totally different day. So I started out with the Craft Market crepe paper stitching pattern paper. It's got a really soft blue background and the stitching in it is a pretty gray color, which complements the other paper really well. So here I've got my photos. I knew I wanted to kind of do a simple grid, so I trimmed the photos down to 4x4. Now I'm just trimming down some white cardstock to 4¼ by 4¼ just to begin laying the foundation of my layout. This week's or this month's Hip Kit Club kits are so gorgeous. Sometimes when I get them and they're so beautiful, I haven't been home the past couple of days, so when I've had a chance to walk by and adore the kit, I have, but I will say sometimes when it's so pretty, you just look at it and go, okay, where do I start? So today I thought, well, I knew I wanted to finish these, finish this layout, so I thought I would start simply and work my way up to something fabulous. But anyway, hopefully I'll be doing something really cool technique wise on my next layout, but I still wanted to get these done. I'm notorious for doing one page for a challenge or whatnot and then not finishing the rest of the photos. So I'm trying to this year force myself to actually get it done and not have so many UFOs hanging out inside my albums. So the next pattern paper, I decided I wanted to mat that again, so I cut this crepe paper confetti paper down to 4½ by 4½ just to make those photos pop even more. If you know me at all, you know I love big photos. I'm all about the photos being the star of the layout, so I think it's fun to frame them out sometimes with contrasting colors just to really make them pop even more. And here I am just getting rolling on that. It's such a gray, I apologize for the lighting, it's a really gray day here, and when I tried to turn on my overhead lights, it was creating such a glare on the layout that you basically couldn't see anything. So I drug out my light from my attic, and it's still not perfect, but with today's lighting it was the best I could do. I decided another way to pull the two layouts together. There was a lot of pink in the other pattern paper, so I trimmed down that stitch paper and backed it onto a I should say backed it with some pink cardstock just to pull the two layouts together even more, and I really love the way that looks. So now I'm just pulling out some of the fabulous embellishments. Oh my gosh, this month I got, of course, the main kit and the embellishment kit, and there's just so many fabulous things in there. I can't wait to do a layout where I just go crazy. But anyway, here I decided I love these rub-ons. They are so gorgeous, and I believe those are from Pink Fresh Studio. I'm not sure. I think they are. I'll double check. But anyway, the one that I'm using right now says A Little Thing Called Happiness. Just so sweet, and a really soft gold tone, which, if you know me at all, you know that I'm not a huge gold lover, but I think sometimes little touches of it are really nice. So then I'm trying to see what other rub-ons I can use, and I found the one that says "Now This Is the Life." I just think it's so sweet because truly it's just so fun holding a baby bunny. I mean, really, can it get much better than that? I don't even care that I look like a hot mess in that photo, but I still love it, and you can see me grinning from ear to ear just holding that sweet little baby. But anyway, now I'm just kind of playing around with trying to see what I guess I obviously here I'm committed now to this general layout, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take the plunge and start adhering it all. Let's see what's going on with me. You know, when I initially thought, hey, I'm gonna do YouTube videos, I naively thought, oh, I'll be cranking these babies out at least 2 a week, but the reality is my life is my schedule doesn't allow for that, so my goal is to do 1 a week, and hopefully I can at least stick to that. So again, I admire the people that crank them out nonstop, but I just can't. I just don't have it in me. So anyway, here I am pulling out, let's see, obviously some enamel dots. I think those may be my mind's eye. Oh my gosh, I just love that there's little hearts and the little triangles. I'm going to line those up to draw attention to the little rub-on. The colors in those, the enamel dot pack, are just fabulous. So yummy and springy. I just love them. And as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit to get them down straight, but anyway, I did not want to drag out my craft knife. I mean, it's right there, but sometimes the craft knife, that's not just my natural thing to use. Those people that pick it up with the craft knife and lay it down instantly are pretty impressive, but I'm always afraid I'm going to jab myself. So anyway, I'm just lining it up and trying to get those straightened out. So let's see what's going on in our lives this weekend. This has been the week of fog and rain and grayness, and although I must say at least it's warm, I'm happy about that. So some of our soccer I'm sure will be canceled for this weekend, but anyway, hoping to have a nice relaxing weekend here. Oh my gosh, the chipboard that came in the kit this month is so absolutely adorable, and of course, how perfect is that that little glass jar with the bunny lid on it. Of course, I'm trying to figure out exactly where I'd like to place that. I apologize if this skips a little bit. As I was reviewing my video, all of a sudden I realized the sound just stopped for some reason. May I tell you how annoying that is? Oh my gosh. Anyway, very annoying. I'll try to be polite on my video here. Okay, anyway, back to the layout. I have finally committed to, yes, stick it down, put it on there. I've decided I didn't want to do a big title on this page because obviously it's a 2-page layout and my main title was on the other layout, but I also still wanted something cute to kind of anchor up there. So pulled off one of the stickers off of the adorable Webster's sticker sheet that came in the kit. That particular one says Happy Day because of course it's always a happy day when you first get to hold a baby bunny. So I just put those on that sticker on some pop-up dots to kind of add a little bit more dimension there, make it stand out. And now I am just pulling off another little sticker from the sheet that says hello because the adorable look on that bunny's face just looks like hello world, here I am in all my cuteness. And if you notice on the photos, the bottom of his paws look like he's been stepping in peanut butter, And so his real name is Shadow, but we, for the longest time, called him Peanut Butter Paws just because it was just so adorable on his little feet. But anyway, enough about that adorable little rabbit. Let's see. Here I'm deciding that I would like to add a few more of the rub-ons in the corner there. I'm, constantly pulling back my other sheet there to make sure I still like the way it looks together. I decided that little hello sticker needed a little more attention, so I pulled off another sticker from the sheet to kind of back behind it, and then put a couple of enamel dots on either side just to really draw attention to that cute little sticker. So that's what's happening there, and I really love the way that looks. It pulls over a little bit more color over to that side. And here I'm just adding a few more of the luscious enamel dots. Again, they are just so gorgeous and just make me happy looking at them. Here I'm just trying to decide which colors I'd like to use. I'll try to mix it up a little bit, pull in all the colors that I'm using on the layout overall. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Nothing too earth-shattering. Okay, here is where I decide I want to add a few more, a little bit more rub-on element to the page. So I'm cutting off a few of those little dainty leaves or whatever they are. I'm just trying to decide exactly how I'd like to place those. So I'm kind of squirreling around with that just a couple of minutes here, just moving until I can finally decide, okay, just up there in the upper corner. And then I end up adding some in the lower right hand corner also, but eventually almost cover those up. I apologize, I'm a tiny bit out of frame here. Realize I should have checked that to make sure the layout was showing a little bit more, but anyway, I just can still see most of it, so I'm not gonna stress about it. Let's see. Again, just kind of playing side by side, deciding. At this point I thought I might be done, and then I came back and decided I wanted to add some of those little diamond shaped chipboard elements where those on the pattern paper on the intersecting spots of the triangles. I just thought it would be a really cute spot to add those, and they just add a fun little dimension and color. And I was really happy with just adding a few of those to the page. It just kind of completes the look, and those are just a really fun little chipboard element to add. And that's about it for the layout. I'm trying to think if I think that's pretty much it. I may add a tiny little journaling afterwards where I just write on the paper. Sometimes I'll add things to a layout after I've photographed it and things like that, just to make it a little more personal to us. And that's pretty much how I do it. I want to make sure they complement each other, and you don't always have to have the same paper collection, obviously. So thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next week. Thanks.